How to set up an international payment gateway. Meet Lee. He's a web designer from Asia and is interested in accepting payments on his website, primarily from customers in the US and Europe. But he has difficulties with finding a payment software to process credit cards. So he started exploring all the different options for having his own payment gateway. And here's how he plans to achieve his goal. Find a cheap payment gateway software platform, or better yet, a free, open-source solution to avoid any processing fees. Deploy the payment gateway software in a data center. Integrate his website with the payment software. Start processing transactions in different currencies. Receive money to his local bank account. And resell the payment services to other businesses. While it may seem like a solid plan, payment gateways don't really work that way. Here are a few factors that Lee isn't taking into account when looking for a payment gateway solution. An entry point into the banking system. Having gateway software is not enough to accept payments. To make your payment gateway work, you need to be connected with issuing banks through the Visa and MasterCard network, which is possible only through an acquiring bank relationship. Interchange fees. Even if you have your own payment gateway, processing is not free. For each transaction processed through a credit card network, card brands such as Visa or MasterCard charge a fee called an interchange fee. PCI-compliant environment. Payment software must be deployed in a PCI-compliant environment. Not every data center has the features necessary to complete a PCI audit. Moreover, PCI-compliant data centers are significantly more expensive than regular ones. Critical features. Payment gateway functionality depends on the capabilities of processors and acquiring banks. Certain features available within your gateway, such as payment pages or mobile payments, can only work if the processor has support in its API for this certain functionality. Underwriting procedures. Providing merchant services in specific geographies is associated with high risk because of potential future chargebacks. So international banks and payment gateway providers may not want to underwrite businesses that belong to jurisdictions where they don't have a physical presence. What would be Lee's best strategy? 1. Locate an acquiring bank that's willing to underwrite your merchants. Support needed currencies, provide the necessary functionality, offer acceptable pricing. 2. Request processing specifications from this bank to support a meaningful discussion with a future payment technology provider. 3. Find a payment gateway provider and share the banking specifications with its technical personnel so they can confirm the project's feasibility. 4. Start planning a software deployment process. To simplify the process of having your own payment gateway, you can start with a white label offering. Using a white label solution, you'll be able to process payments under your own brand without the upfront licensing costs. Plus, you won't be required to have your own data center or be responsible for PCI compliance. Learn about UniPay White Label Payment Gateway today. Brought to you by United Thinkers, developers of UniPay Gateway.